All right, Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim HaKadosh. Peace and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us this truth and all the spirituality. And salutations to all you Akim pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and the truth. I'm the brother Yahushat, and this will be a GMS walk and talk, pretty much going into this news report of Mark Zuckerberg, which he's a billionaire, pretty much building a compound in Hawaii, for the apocalypse, and since 2020, we've been seeing this trend, arise amongst the elites of this world, the billionaires, the powers that be, they have these different compounds spread out all over the world, um, to hide, from the day of calamity, which is the day that Yahushua will return, to subjugate the kings of the earth. So, without further ado, let's delve into it. This is Mark Zuckerberg is building a secret underground bunker in Kauai. Report. It says, I'm gonna jump down. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is quietly building a massive compound on the Hawaiian island of Hawaii, which includes 5,000 square foot underground bunker for, just in case. It says Zuckerberg has spent 170 million on land purchases on the island and is building 100 million 57,000 square foot compound called Hulo Ranch. That is 2 mansions on top of a bunker, according to the Wired investigation. Yep, so it says the sprawling property includes 30 bedrooms, pools, spas, elevators, tennis courts, conference rooms, and an industrial kitchen. The plan is to host corporate events on site. So, y'all can go ahead and look it up, going into, the details of that compound. But, like I said, he's not the only one. All the different elites of this world, they know something that you people don't. Which is why, like 2-3 weeks ago, they came out with the movie, Leave the World Behind, which was produced by Barack Obama's company. Pretty much, they show you what they get ready to do. Pretty much a total collapse of the society, civil unrest, economic crash, cyber attacks, which we've been seeing that, skyrocketing, man. Cyber attacks by China, Iran, and such, Hey, man, this infrastructure is getting ready to crumble, man. The whole system that you people depend on, is about to crumble. And the elite, they know, So, and this is all biblical prophecy, man. People don't understand that everything that takes place around us was already written and foretold in the scriptures. And let's get that. This is Amos chapter 9, verse, what is it? Is it Amos 9? Yep, this is Amos 9. And 2, it says, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Yeah, so they're digging into hell. Hell is the ground. So the Lord said, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. The hand of the Lord is first and foremost Yahushua, but also Yahushua's men. Because once Yahushua returns and save his elect, he's going to commend the elect to go out throughout the four corners of the earth and enslave, the elites, the kings of the earth, and the rest of the nations, right? So it says, though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So they have all these different space bunkers, Elon Musk and what is it, SpaceX. You have this dude that owns Virgin. What's his name? I forgot the dude's name. He's an old Edomite, Pretty much, he got this plan, for decades that he's been planning on living in space. They got space hotels and things of that nature, man. And another thing too is, They getting ready to get exposed this coming month. A list of 180 names of global leaders, heads of corporations, celebrities, that went to Epstein Island, and that committed all these vile and heinous acts, so they're trying to hide, from the judgment, man. And best believe, once that list comes out, if it comes out, they're gonna have a lot of distractions, man. You know, that's why they're getting ready to pop off, this Third World War. They want it to happen so that they don't get held accountable for their actions. So it says, though they come into heaven, then shall I bring them down, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. Yeah, so they got those different mountain retreats. What's the name of that mountain? I think it's in the Midwest. I forgot the name of it, but it's pretty much a military bunker, set up and deep in the mountain, made out of concrete and everything. They dug it out, to hide from the nuclear missiles, man. But let me tell you something, man. If you here on the soils of America and you have a bunker, that's the dumbest shit you could do. Because prophecy says all of America is going to get wiped out, man. It's not going to be none that remain in this land. So even if you build that bunker, and the fire is going to be so hot and intense, that the Most High is going to have the fire dig into the ground and burn up all the different bunkers, man. You see? So it says, though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Yeah, so the serpent is Leviathan, man. The Lord is getting ready to bring out his pet, and let him loose. You watch the movie, what is it, Clash of the Titans? In that scene where they had that gigantic monster, I believe it was Zeus. He said, release the Titan. No, release the Kraken. And nigga just popped out, started wailing, man. So that's how the Most High is gonna take these devils out, man. Once the Most High give the green light, it's gonna be all open season on Edomites, man. And all the rest of the heathens too. But the Most High has his main beef with Esau. Esau's the Most High's top op. A jig talk, got ops. Esau's the top op of the Most High, man. So that's why when you read Isaiah 63, the Lord said, who's this that cometh from Edom? With God Gomer's from Basra. The Lord is coming to take out the head of this kingdom, man, which is Esau, Edom. So that's it on that. Now let's get the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, it's locking, man. I got a phone call, so the video cut off. But let me go back into it. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 10. It says, enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty. Yeah, so that's going to be the elite. They're going to enter into those caves, those bunkers that they have, laid out for themselves for these last days, But they're not going to escape, man, because the Most High already has it predetermined, for you elites to go into captivity. It says, the lofty looks of men shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be brought down, and the Lord Yahushua alone shall be exalted in that day. Yeah, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua alone is going to be exalted, man. Not these elites, not your Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, the banking families that are exalting themselves and trying to become God on earth with this technocracy. The fourth industrial revolution, which consists of enslaving humanity through a CBDC implant, RFID, microchip, man. But they're going to have your soul in captivity. That's what these elites want. So they want to become gods on earth, dictate who lives and who doesn't live. Esau got a God complex. That's scriptures tell you that in the book of Isaiah the 14th chapter, man, and Ezekiel the 28th chapter, how Esau thinks he's a god. You know, the Lord said what? The pride of your heart have deceived you. So the lofty looks of men shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Yeah, so everybody is gonna be humble in that time, man. You know, people that think they're so high and mighty, you know, they got money. You know, Jake that think they're better than, you know, than other Jakes. You know, they're gonna get humbled, man. When you see that huge ship, that UFO, that gigantic chariot, Yahweh Shah sitting on top of it, the throne of his glory, you know, and hundreds of millions of angels, man. Probably billions of angels, you know, which operate, you know, in chariots, the vehicles of heaven. It says, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. And upon all the cedars of Lebanon that are high lifted up, and upon all the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower, and upon every fenced wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all the pleasant pictures, the lofty looks of men shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. Yeah, so, you know, in that time, it's going to be known, the whole earth is going to know that Yahweh Shah, they're the only powers of the heavens and earth. You know, the only God is the God of the Bible, man. Not Allah, not Buddha. Everybody's gonna know in that time. You know, it says, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth, man. So the Lord, Yahweh shall ariseth to shake terribly the earth. That's why when you read Revelation, the 6th chapter, you know, it says how it's gonna be a great earthquake, such as was never seen. And also when you read what is it? Isaiah the 24th chapter, you know, says that the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. You know, so it's gonna be a great earthquake. You know, such a thing that man never seen before. You know, it's going, hey man, you got the Richter scale up to 10. Well, the Lord is going to break that Richter scale with the earthquake that he's bringing, man. It's going to be caused by the nuclear missiles during the climax of World War III. You see? Isaiah 31 and when you read this chapter, it's going into Egypt, you know, which symbolizes America, the so-called white man, right? And then, matter of fact, let's jump into verse 5. It says, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Yeah, so the chariots are coming in formation, you know, the UFOs. The Lord said, as birds flying, so he will defend Jerusalem. That's how the Lord is going to preserve us from the coming calamities, man, through the shadow of his wings. Psalms with the 91st chapter tells you about that. It says, defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. Yeah, so that's going to be the new Passover in the kingdom of heaven. Just like the Lord delivered us out of Egypt using the chariot. So it's the same thing. The Lord's going to deliver us out of the new Egypt, and it's going to signify the new Passover in the kingdom. Now I'm going to jump down to 8. It says, then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword. And the Assyrian represents Esau, Edom. It says, not of a mighty man, and the sword not of a mean man shall devour him. Yeah, so the sword represents what? The missiles. You see? That's why when you read Isaiah 34 and 5, it says, my sword shall be bathed in heaven, and it shall come down upon Edom, the people of my cursed judgment. The sword is the nuclear missiles, man. The missiles is the Most High's instrument that he used. You know? Isaiah 54, where it says, the Lord created the smith, the scientist that blows the coals in the fire and brings forth an instrument for the Lord's work. And he created the waster to destroy. So this is of the Lord. It says, but he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomfited. Yeah, so they're going to flee from the sword by going into these bunkers, man. You know, and their armies are going to get decimated. Because that's what gives Esau his power, man. It's his military, you know, as well as his economy, you know. So it says, and he shall pass over to his stronghold for fear. His stronghold It represents what? Fortress. What's a bunker? A fortress. You see, to preserve them from from the missiles, man, from destruction. It says they're gonna pass to their stronghold for fear. They're gonna be scared, man. You know, when they see that huge, gigantic so-called black man, on a UFO, you know, coming to take them out, man. You see? It says, and his princes shall be afraid of the ensign. So his princes represents what? All the different kings of the earth, the presidents, the politicians, you know, the billionaires. Those are the real princes, you know, because corporations is really what run countries, man. You know, politicians are paid by corporations. So really the true kings of the earth is not only the elites, you know, but also their princes, which is those billionaires, man, those super rich. It says the Lord of hosts, whose fire is in Zion and furnace in Jerusalem. All right, so that's it on that. Now let's get what is it? I think it's Revelation. Um, okay, Revelation 6. Let me get it over here. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. It says, and I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth, and the moon became as blood. So that represents what? The nuclear fallout. You know, when those missiles hit, that smoke is gonna cover, you know, the heavenly luminaries, the sun, the moon, the stars. It tells you that in Isaiah 13th chapter. You know, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining, because the missiles are gonna hit. It says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Yeah, so the stars of heaven represent the missiles, you know, because when they when they when they get launched, it literally look like stars, you know. That's how the scriptures refer to them, as the bright and glittering sword, you know. So the missiles, you know, is the stars. And it says it's a fig tree casting for untimely figs. Because, you know, a fig tree, you know, when it gets hit by a wind, you know, majority of fruit trees, they fall in an arch fashion, you know, because the wind will come from one direction and then push it to the other direction. So that's how the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. The missiles, they're going to come from one part of the heaven to the other. It tells you that Isaiah 13, 2nd Ezra the 16, it talks about the arrows that's going to be shot into the ends of the earth. You see? And the Lord said what in Jeremiah, that he's going to raise up against Babylon a destroying wind. You see? So it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And that matches up with Isaiah the 34th chapter, man. And that shows you this is going into the destruction of the Edomites, man. Because Isaiah 34 is going into Esau being destroyed, and it mentions the same thing. The heavens departed as a scroll. A scroll in the ancient time is what? Those books. You know, when you have those ancient scrolls, right? Like the one we be having at the Passover, the Torah, you know. You have the two wooden wooden parts, you know, covered around in the paper, and then what? You roll it to the side, you know, to open it. So it's the same thing with the nuclear clouds, man. You see that smoke, that puff of smoke that goes up, and then the rest of the smoke rolls around it, you know. So it says, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So the only thing that could make that happen is a nuclear missile, man. You know, removing, you know, the mountains and the islands, you know, because it's gonna, the missile is gonna shake the tectonic plates, you know, and spread out the mountains. So it says, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every freeman hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Yeah, so People are gonna hide, to try to hide from the nuclear fallout. Go into the mountains, the caves, different holes that they dig out for themselves, their bunkers. Even regular people, that are, fleeing to the suburb areas, the rural areas. They're gonna go into the caves that they know, the mountains that they know to try to escape. You know, it says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Yeah, so they're gonna be so scared of Yahushua that they're just gonna want to die. They're gonna tell the mountains to fall on them, man. That's how scary Yahushua is going to be. You know, it says, for the great day of his wrath is coming, who shall be able to stand? So the great day of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahshua has come. That's why all these different events are taking place all throughout the four corners of the earth that are leading to the downfall of America, man. So the great day of his wrath is coming. Who shall be able to stand? The ones that's going to be able to stand is the elect, man. That's why the scriptures say, who among us shall dwell in everlasting fire? You know, that represents the elect, man. Those are going to be the only ones to stand before Yahweh Shah, receive salvation, while the rest of the people are going through the calamities, man. There's another scripture, I believe it's Revelation, the 15th chapter, where it says how we're going to be, Lord's will with the elect. We're going to be on the chariots and watch the destruction of America and sing the song of Moses. You see, what happened with Moses? The Most High sent a wind through the chariot to divide the seas, save Israel, and then flooded the Egyptians. So it's the same thing that the Lord is going to do to these Edomites, man, and the rest of these nations. So with that, I hope this was edifying. I'm going to give all praises, glory, honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yashah, Bashim, Chakadash. Peace and love, honor to the apostles, the elders, the GMS that give us the truth and all the spirituality. And salutations to all you Akim pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and the truth.